So, this is basically me stretching after lifting weights. So, I'm very much into weightlifting, powerlifting, CrossFit. So, you can follow along with me if you like. You can just watch, see what I'm doing. Up to you. I'm starting up with some warm ups. Although it's, I was about to say hella, it's very hot in California right now. So I didn't really require a lot, but just giving you some ideas on how you can kind of warm up your muscles for stretching. Um, Typically, you do want to warm up like with some jump roping, some walking, jogging before stretching, just to make sure that you're not hurting yourself, pulling any muscles, etc. So here I'm just doing a little toe touches and then leaning back for a little bit of ab work. And then getting into um, middle stretch or like V stretches here. Again, just to warm myself up for what's next. Yeah. Remember when you're stretching, and this is for self or even for yoga stretching or active recovery stretching, you're stretching for self. So make sure that you take the time that you need to fill out any kinks, like really stretch what feels good, being mindful not to hurt yourself in the process. Um, Breathing as well. Remember your breath. So here I'm grabbing a yoga strap for myself, and I feel like for a lot of folks, our shoulders our shoulders tend to be very tight from sitting at a desk all day on the couch, since a lot of us are at home, maybe typing on a computer at a coffee table, nothing like ergonomically correct or anything. So here's kind of going through some flossing, rolling of the neck. Again, take your time with this. I like to stretch with my eyes closed for whatever reason. I just feel like I'm able to get more into myself and pause and be more mindful. Here I'm just doing a little bit of a shoulder shrug, and then I'll take it and kind of floss around. But again, do what works for you. It's definitely your stretching, your practice. So if you're unsure of how many breaths or how long to count for, I would say like a good rule would be at least 3 to 5 seconds. But if you're really trying to get a really deep stretch, you can do it for 5 to 10, or 3 to 4 breaths, 5 to 6 breaths. All up to you. So here I'm just taking the strap to make it a little bit easier to keep my legs straight. If you want to, you can always take your hands to your big toe and do the same thing. I was trying to be more zen in this practice, like, I'm just stretching. So it's an idea of how to use a strap if you have one and you don't really use it, or you're trying to figure out how to make poses more accessible to you, if you can't really pull yourself to your leg or your leg to yourself. Another tip that you can do or use if you are struggling with getting your knee to your chest, you can simply take your strap, wrap it around the lower half of your thigh, so like where my top hand is meeting my shin. Underneath that, you can pull your strap, put your strap around, and then pull it towards you, pull your leg towards you. This could be like another alternative and possibly a safer way. I'm not going to guarantee 100% safety to stretching. And again, just alternate, doing what feels good for me. You can rock your leg side to side like how I'm doing subtly, to open up your hips a little bit more and get a little bit of massage in your lower body. It's all up to you. So here is Happy Baby pose. I forget the name in Sanskrit, I apologize, but this is Happy Baby in English, and really you're just doing more hip opening stretches. happy baby you can do anywhere almost. Like if you're laying down in bed, you wake up in the morning, do a little bit of a happy baby. You can extend your happy baby, as you can see, and then pull your happy baby closer to you. For me, it felt good to get that extra stretch in my hips. And then going into a bound angle pose with some neck rolls and some cat-cows without being on my hands and knees. So, baby, try this out and see how you feel. So here, just paying a little more attention to our shoulder joints. Mainly, for myself, is where I get a lot of knots. But it's just a nice release, making sure that your joints are also healthy. We tend to think of stretching as we're stretching our muscles, but we do have joints as well that need some love too. And then getting into a nice thread the needle here. Again, more focused on shoulders. And if you wanted to, you can try to stretch as far in each direction to get an extra stretch. Here, I just want to remind you to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Remember practicing your breath. Although we are stretching, your breath can also help with releasing tension that you have in your muscles. So going back into why we're stretching, is releasing tension, but sometimes our breath is also the cause of why we feel that we need to stretch to begin with. Fun fact. So here, I just want to remind you to take your time rolling your neck. It's very easy to have some mishaps rolling your neck, trying to stretch it. So just take your time with this one. Don't be in a rush. Really take the time out to move slowly. Feel everything that you feel is going on with you. And then continue on with the stretching. So take your time. We're getting into like the fun part of stretching. Sometimes the most painful part of stretching is with the foam roller. So I got like a mini foam roller here. That's why it looks so small. But I'm starting with my legs. A tip and something that's very important to know: do not roll over your joints with the foam roller. Please, like, you don't want to roll over your knees or like your ankles or anything like that, because you could cause some injury. Here, I'm not taking like a ton of time on the roller for myself, but if you want to spend more time on the roller, you're more than welcome to. You can move as slow or as fast as you need, but please, as I stress, and I'm going to keep stressing, do not roll over your joints. Not a good idea.
Like Mr. Friendly, and still the spotlight like Mr. Bentley. I spotted her like Spud McKenzie.
So when you're trying to roll the top of your thighs, as I like push my leg out into kind of a pitchfork, I would say, it's easier to move up and down or roll up and down as you do that. And if you don't have a foam roller, it will probably hurt a little bit more, but you can use like a can, you could use a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, to do the same thing. You'll definitely get a deeper roll. And you want to roll your muscles, especially if you're someone who, again, is more immobile, so you're sitting down a lot, and or you're someone who is very active, just to break up some of that lactic acid that might be sitting in your muscles, but also to loosen up any tendons and stuff if you're someone who sits a lot. And don't forget your calves, and you can also foam roll, tennis ball roll, can roll the bottoms of your feet as well. afraid to move around as you need to get those sweet spots. Really, your body will thank you a lot later, even in that present moment. Another tip too, if you're going to foam roll, or with any stretching, it's a good idea to make sure that you stay hydrated. So drink some water afterwards. Just make sure you're hydrated. Another really nice tip, if you're unaware, you can foam roll your forearms, how I'm doing so in the video. Of course, like, take your time. I think here look a little bit rushed, but foam rolling your forearms is really nice, especially if you're someone who types a lot, you drive a lot, you hold a phone a lot. You can get into just put in some extra love there. And then also you can do like your biceps, triceps as well, using different angles. Here, if you're feeling ambitious, you can get into a bow angle pose. So how I'm holding my ankle to my hand, I can grab both ankles to both hands and then push my ankles into my hand to open up my chest, or to open up your chest, for a deeper stretch. All up to you though. You know, I'm not quite sure what you would call this stretch. I don't think it was something that's typically done in yoga. I've always seen it more in like the CrossFit realm. But simply, you're not moving your body. You're moving your torso, but you're not like moving your arms. Does that make sense? So with this stretch, really getting into your scapula. For myself, I get a lot of knots in my upper back scapula area, so I'm just trying to loosen those up, and try to prevent any future ones from occurring. If you're someone who I'm calling myself out, but if you're someone who gets a lot of knots, you're probably not hydrated enough. And some tips or something that you can do to help with like muscle development, and relaxation in general is taking some magnesium. Magnesium has great properties, especially if we all are someone, but if you're someone who experiences a lot of stress, you deplete your magnesium, so it's helpful to replenish. You don't have to take a supplement. You can do dark leafy greens. You can do dark chocolate, which is a great opportunity to drink some or eat some chocolate, some legumes, nuts. Yeah. worked on our ankles a bit, don't forget to rub on your wrists. Like, your hands do so much work, and your wrists also do a lot of work. So, you know, take the time out to rotate them, to stretch them out a bit. Just don't forget your wrists. Again, starting and ending a little bit with our chest openers, our shoulder openers. I was trying to show you my hands above my head here, doing a form of Tadasana or mountain pose, and then alternating with just extending my hands behind my back. But here I'm on my knees, so you can kind of get a better view. So thanks for taking the time out to stretch with me or watch the video. Hopefully, if you didn't follow along, you'll find something that's helpful and useful for your stretching in the future. Talk to you soon.